Kalispera from Cyprus, this is George. We've got something like 1 hour and 35 minutes to live fantasy craps. Just wanted to thank a few people. Don Wordslayer, we just had a phone call. Brilliant guy. He knows his stuff. Chris Wiseman, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate all that you said in your comments. And let me just see who else was that. Harry Winslow, thank you so much, Harry. I appreciate the comments, very direct and very much to the point. Now the problem was, I was asking for some feedback on the throws. I did a slow motion, 240 frames per second using the GoPro, and it actually shocked me to see how much faster this left eye was moving. And but what I also noticed, and I don't think I mentioned it to anyone, was the fact that even though this was moving much faster than this one and this one were remaining very close together. Okay, somebody mentioned that, but they were remaining on axis. I could see on this one the 3 6 4 1 3 6 4 1 going forward and backwards all the time. Same with this one, 2 3 5 2 3 5 2 3 5 2 3 5 4, you know. And it was amazing to see that at least until the time they got to their landing zone, they were staying pretty tight. They were staying almost on the same trajectory, and I think Dawn was explaining this to me, that it's just that I've just had so much practice that it's built into the muscle memory to throw them at that height, at that speed, at that landing zone, whatever. So that kind of helps. What doesn't help is the grip. Now the grip, and I think everybody mentioned that, it's not very specific. So I need to get very specific about my grip. So I need to actually, because I'm using 2-finger grips, I need to actually bring my hand down so that when I pick them up, they're at the same level. And as I come up to grip the dice, I need to grip them right from the top. The next thing I need to do is actually make sure that if I try to rotate them, they both rotate together in my hands. So if I do that afterwards, hopefully when I release, things are going to be solid, there's going to be less rotation, etc, etc. Now, the idea of practicing this is to go from very close to the wall and just let them go, and slowly move backwards until you get to stick left 1 or 2, whatever the position is for your height, for your particular body type. So yeah, I'm just gonna go to the very end from the beginning. I know there is practice going to be involved. I'm just gonna do some rolls here and see where it takes me. Right, so fingers down, tap down, come up, grip right at the edge, and I'm ready. Dice out. Much lower flight. All right, so this was on axis 2 3 5. I'm not doing it in slow motion, obviously, but I don't know whether there's. I'll probably look at the playback later and slow it down and see whether that helps in any way. So it comes to the top. There is no play, so I'm ready. Dice out. Yes, and I can actually see what Dawn was explaining to me, that the dice will actually leave your hands if you don't hold them very tight. And this was another exercise he was explaining to me on how to do this. So basically, first thing, you need to have your fingers parallel to the table. Then you come to the top part, grip them, but also the grip needs to be at a specific point on the dice, especially for the 2-finger grip, that when you turn them there is no play, there is no individual play between the 2 dice. So once you have that established, look at your landing zone and hopefully that works, which is a 2-6-8. The dice, they landed pretty close to each other. Okay, the spread was the spread, but look at this on set. They stayed on set, which is nice. I'm doing this live as the first few tries. I don't know whether it's beginner's luck, but the idea is the same. Gonna come up slowly. No, the grip wasn't the right grip. Sorry, I'm wasting your time here, but dice out. 4-6-10. That was on axis single pitch. Don't know, I'm quite excited. It's like a brand new toy or something. Let me just see if I can do this better for you. So the first thing is, before you actually grab the dice, is to keep them together. You put your fingers together and place them at the location where you're going to just lift up and grab the dice at the very top. The second test that you need to do is to turn them around and do this simple stupid test to see whether there is any free play, or whether the 2 dice are working in unison together. Now I can see there was a bit of movement, so I'm going to put them down. Sorry about that. I'm going to come up and grab them right at the very top. Alright, and we're ready. And dice up. That is a 5-4-9, single pitch again. Whoops, went too far. Let's see what we should be, somewhere here. Okay, 5-4-9. So the results are changing. I can see an immediate change in the way I throw. Obviously, it's early days, but I'm going to, practice quite a bit on this, because every change you make to your mechanics affects you. So dice out. Okay, that was a 6-1-7. Right. I can't say much about that. 6 was an explosion. The 1 was on set. Feels okay. Dice out. That is a what? 1-5-6 implosion of both dice. Not the best example, but hey. here and here. Nice, no? 426. Explosion on my right die. Dice out. That's a 156 enclosure of both dice. That's a 369 on set and pitch. I like that throw. Dice out. Four, 3, 7. Double pitch. Dice out. What was that? 1, 6. 1, 6, 7. Yeah, didn't like that. Dice out. 5, 1, 6 on set. And the last thing I forgot to mention was something that 36 Will Press also mentioned to me some time ago. And I don't always do it, but I remember it's very important. When you throw the dice, it's very important to keep yourself in the follow-through position, whatever that may be. The reason is, I think this was Don Wertzlayer explanation, and I really like that explanation more, is because there's a natural, there is something natural about us wanting to see the results, wanting to see how the dice behave. And when you want to see that, usually your hand is right in the way of that result. So what do? You naturally move your hand away, out of the way, so that you have a clear field of view, so that you can see the result. And if you don't see it, but what does that mean? Basically, without realizing it, you might have a straight shot, but right at the end, your hand might just bear to the right to get out of the way, and that may affect your throw by, let's say, 1/4 inch, which translates into 1.5 inches down at the end of a 12-foot table. So that was another point that was discussed today, and I really like all that he has shared with me. I really appreciate that talk. Thank you so much, sir. All right, so let's try this out again. I have to say, guys, I'm very fortunate. I'm surrounded by good people that really want to offer opinions, advice, um, and even, any sort of comment. It does make a hell of a difference. Dice up. All right, that was a 2-5. No, 5-2. Sorry, 5-7. Right, 5-2. Explosion of the right die. Interesting. Dice up. 3-4. Double pitch. Low flight. Heart 6. All right, so I don't know if anybody's up or watching or whatever. I don't want to really waste your time, but I'm grateful for all the advice, and I'm thankful to have friends like you who take the time. So thank you for that. Hey, Bird Oak, bro. Okay. Well, I'm glad that I gave something back, guys. Chris, thank you so much. Mark, bro, thanks. 6-8 Twitch. Okay. That was right. Okay. Mark Evans' heart way set kind of worked last night. Okay. Well, I hope you did very well, Mark. I hope you really did well. I find 2 fingers, more control than 3, but I do try it from time to time. I was told by 36 full press that, oh man, I have a long way to go. So let me just, it's just uncomfortable for me. I don't know why. All right, looks okay. Dice out. Let's see, that was a drift to 1, 2, 3 crabs. So yeah, I have a long way to go. So I'm just gonna take it step by step, guys. Okay, we can't really reinvent everything. So yeah, I mean, now, guys, honestly, there are people out there. Uh, I would include some of you guys that you see things and you say things for what they are, and I really appreciate that more than anybody, kissing us and saying, "Oh, what a great guy." No, that's rubbish. Somebody who is gonna help you, who's gonna tell you, you really ducked it up. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. But it's the feedback that makes it all. Because I'm here on my own. None of my friends are interested in crabs. I just have you guys as my friends, and what a great bunch of people you are. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna tone it down a bit because you're becoming full of yourselves. Right. So 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Please join us. We're going to be joined by Burdog 301, Skill and Luck, and Quack Shooter. I think he said that he's going to be taking part. I'm hoping for more. If there are more, I'm going to step out and I'm just going to do the directing, video directing, as opposed to taking part, so that I don't crowd the monitor. Yeah, I hope you guys are around. Thank you so much for turning up. Really appreciate that. All right, George from Cyprus, dies out, guys. Thanks.